So I have with me the one and only Taya Valkyrie.
Hello, everybody.
How are you enjoying WrestleCon?
So far, so good. I just got here yesterday, flying in from Boston. We were just doing AEW Dynamite and Collision, so I'm excited to be here. My first day at the con.
Brilliant. So I don't know if it's fair to say it was your big break,
No.
but one of your first ventures, at least in terms of international television.
Oh, yes.
Was,
I mean, it was national for me at the time because I was living there. But
it's true. You were one of the features of Lance Storm's World of Hurt reality show,
Yes.
which is very similar to...
blockbuster.
I enjoyed it.
Masterpiece of reality TV.
I enjoyed it. How did you, was it just because you were already training at the Storm Academy? How did you end up getting into, they're going to put you on TV for a season?
Well, honestly, I just had started training with Lance. I think I've been training 2.5-3 months when they were starting to do that show. And they asked me to be on it because I was training there, and I knew a lot of people that were in the Calgary wrestling scene that were also on it. So it was kind of by chance, and then obviously we did the other season with Roddy Piper in season 2, and he taught me Brady. The one and only Brady Malibu was my BFF. But yeah, it was very fun. I was so new to everything, so you can tell.
Well, that was kind of, I don't know if it was the personality they gave you, or if they tried to have up everybody's characters.
Yeah.
You were. I was gonna be mean and say it's like you were the green one.
Yeah,
you
of
were.
course.
You were.
I was baby because I literally was. I think I literally had been wrestling for like 2 months at that
There was
point.
a whole episode dedicated to your
Yes.
first match.
My first match, I think my first match was against Neil Dashwood, actually. But yeah, it was a crazy like 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks, can't remember exactly, of filming. But they really put me in the deep end of the pool to see if I would sink or swim. So I mean, I guess it all worked out.
Absolutely. Do you think there should be more kind of crossover type of television shows as to kind of get people interested into joining into wrestling?
I feel like why not? I feel like wrestling is such an intricate and important part of pop culture now. You see it everywhere. You see shows and movies having wrestling within their storylines. So I say why not? And more jobs, more opportunities, more exposure for new talent and for existing. So why not?
Absolutely. This is a weird one for me to ask because the way the show was presented actually had Lance pretty hands-off until kind of final assessments. So who were, the most influential trainers for you when you were getting your feet wet, so to speak?
Honestly, obviously Lance Storm was my first trainer. He still is somebody that I would go to for advice. Anytime I've had ups and downs in my career, we've messaged each other, and obviously my time in TNA and Impact, he was there for part of that. As well as Hijo del Perro Aguayo, Conan, Silver King, Gran Apache, Skyde. I trained with all these people in Mexico, so everyone kind of has their own little influence on my style and what I bring to the table. So.
I'm afraid to be presumptuous on this, but being the Canadian that went and got the skills sharpened in Mexico, it's a very Lita thing, Vampiro thing. Was there a specific influence that made you go, I'm not gonna elevate or be the top of my game unless I head down and do
I
this
think
there?
that this happens to a lot of Canadian talent in general. We can't just come to the States and wrestle and be doing a bunch of indies because it's illegal. You need a work visa.
That work visa is so hard now.
The work visas are very hard to get, especially back then. So a lot of Canadian talent, it's hard because our country is so big and it's 12-hour drives between shows, and there's just not a lot of indies in Canada. So you either have to go to Mexico, you have to go to Japan, or you have to go to the UK if you can't get your work visa in order. So I mean, it was definitely one of those things where if I wanted to take it to the next level, I had to make a choice, and I chose to. I had the opportunity to come to Mexico, and I was invited by Conan to come and train for 5 weeks and stay 5 years. And now I have a 14-year career that has taken me all over the place, which all started there. So
brilliant. And there are people that are going to be coming up now and in the next few years that are going to say, the influences were, including Taya Valkyrie, your Lucha Underground,
so,
your TNA. Yeah. Maybe there'll even be somebody who says Franky Monet. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Thank you so much for your time. I already have the card from you, and I'm going to put the QR in the video itself.
Perfect.
Do you have anything you'd like to plug?
No, yeah, everybody listen to my new podcast, I Don't Like That podcast, which is on my YouTube channel. We have a new episode out at 8 a.m. every Tuesday Pacific time, so make sure to check that out. I have new music coming out. You can follow me on social media. Lots of really exciting things. Season 2 of Johnny Loves Taya comes out this summer. And continue to watch my Making Town series on AEW's social media, as well as you can catch me on TBS, TNT, and streaming on Max with AEW and Ring of Honor.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for your time and allowing me to fanboy behind a camera here.